can't be like LeBron is on Mount Rushmore.
Facts.
That's enough.
That's and
You
it's
know what I
not
mean?
a
Like,
slight by saying that Mike is better than him.
yeah,
People
it's
take
not.
it
It's
as
not.
a
It's
slight
not
or
a. It's not a.
disrespect.
It's not no disrespect because you. I mean, you're better than who I am and was as a basketball player. You know what I mean? Like.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. I came across something. I was actually kicking back and watching something last night, and I started getting into this. Like, okay. What this is first? This is the Knuckleheads podcast, which is Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles, and they had Allen Iverson on. So I was like, oh, 2 hours of Allen Iverson interview. I'm in. I didn't think they were going to get into some of these topics, but they did. So at a certain point here, I paused it, and I was like, okay. I put a timestamp in for myself, and I'm like, I got to react to this tomorrow because this is some very interesting stuff. So what this is going to be is first they're going to reminisce on MJ, and after that, which I'm just noticing right now, look at their shoes. But after they do a little bit of reminiscing, then they're going to talk about the GOAT debate. And their unanimous take between the three of them might shock some people. So, as always, I'm going to link the original video down below. If you guys haven't checked out the Knuckleheads podcast, really cool. I've been enjoying this for over a year now. Cool podcast. The only reason I started watching it was because Q used to play for the Suns, and I was a big fan of his when he played here. And I would have never given it a shot if it wasn't for that. But really cool stuff. So if you want to check it out, follow that link down below in the description. Everybody else, please leave a like to this video. All right, let's get right into this, okay? So right now they're talking about playing against Michael Jordan, okay? Like when they were young, when they were fresh coming into the league. Here we go.
And so like when I first got up there, like I was like you said, it was funny for me to not be nervous to play against him, but I was nervous to just be next to him or around him. But when we was on the court, I was like, I gotta fucking do something against him. I gotta do something.
Right.
Like,
I'm sorry, you guys. The context is also for Q and Darius. They're talking about when they were at the Jordan camp, okay? Because that's when they first ran into MJ.
you remember how I used to go with Mike if we wasn't on his team? I used to try and kill Mike. So when I scored on him and shit like that, I'd be like, I'm calling everybody.
That's an accomplishment, man.
What?
That's man. That's a I have arrived moment.
For real.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
And then he wasn't
man, do
even
you
in the
remember?
league then.
Was y'all at the All-Star game where they honored us with the top 75?
No.
All right, this is cool.
Okay, just me being.
This is great.
Just me being there. Like, this the greatest feeling that I had when I was there, in the room. When you got the older, legendary guys, they want to meet you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they want to meet you. And then, you talking about, it's an honor and this, that, and the third to meet you. And they saying the same thing to you, man. I always wanted to meet you. And, and that it was flattering. Yes, it was. To be in a room where you with the best, the cream of the crop, and they giving you your props.
That's just one of those situations where it's like game recognized game. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're part of a generation they don't understand, game recognized game. It'll always be that way.
But I remember, man, and I'll never forget it. He showed up to the joint.
Yep, MJ.
And I just remember the reaction from everybody else. All the other, 74. You know what I mean? All the other 74. And I remember the reaction from them. You know what I mean? Like, I was looking at it like, yo, this man is the man for real, man.
Yeah, when you got the 75 greatest players of all time, or at least those who are alive in one building. And when Michael Jordan walks in, they are in awe. That tells you something. Like, that's huge right there. because those are the best of the best. And then you got the guy at the top of the mountain now who walks into the building and they're all in disbelief themselves. And it's crazy because we look up to all those other 74.
I mean, I hear all the comparisons and all that. You know what I mean? And I have to be biased. I have to be.
Yep.
Because he made me want to be me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But then I get a chance to, when you want to debate about it, I get to talk about his accolades. I get to talk about what he's done, like and be confident in my feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not to get into it, but I love LeBron as a basketball player.
All right, this is it, you guys. This is where it gets a little tasty. The rest was just for fun. All right, here we go.
I love LeBron as a basketball player, as everything that he did for basketball. I mean, the man he is off the basketball court. All the things that he accomplished.
We all do. If you don't, you a hater.
You know what I mean? He's it. You know what I mean? And they always putting them together. Like, why it can't be like LeBron is on Mount Rushmore.
Facts.
That's enough.
That's
That
you know what I mean? Like,
fight by saying that Mike is better than him.
yeah,
People take
it's not no disrespect, because you're better than who I am and was as a basketball player. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's got to take a lot to admit. So AI is basically saying, shouldn't that be good enough? LeBron, you're better than me, but you're not better than Mike. Just like how Q said, you're on the Mount Rushmore, but you're not better than Mike, so stop it.
And it's like, for me, just Kobe was just,
there it is.
I mean, just a certified maniac killer.
There it is.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about serial killer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about, want to eat your heart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's who he was every night. I'm taking everything personal every night. You know what I mean? And then his work ethic and everything about him, man, like, as a basketball player, he was just, he's the real, him and Mike are the real definitions of killer.
Okay, let me
Okay. Now, real quick, I just want to point out, this is not ESPN. This is not Fox Sports. This is not mainstream media. This is a podcast with 3 NBA basketball players, one being top 75. Hell, I'd make an argument top 20. This is their opinion. This is true opinions. There's no agenda here. This is not an ESPN or Fox Sports agenda. This is real basketball players and their real opinion. And they're saying clearly, first, MJ's the one, So stop disrespecting MJ. 2, why the hell are we disrespecting Kobe? Okay? Why are we disrespecting Kobe? Because Kobe should be right there, right below MJ. It's not LeBron. So this whole conversation is saying these 3 NBA players, not only do they not have LeBron as the greatest of all time, they don't have him as number 2 either. They have Kobe there.
ask you a question, because this is something I say a lot. And since we here and we talking about this, like I say, it's no disrespect or slight to anybody.
No.
But when everybody be doing this whole GOAT, best ever, I feel like they be tripping when it come to Kobe.
There it is.
I feel like if we being honest, I don't know.
Look, hold on. Body language. You see the frustration. This is a guy, by the way, who played against Kobe, MJ, and LeBron. He knows. Actually, all 3 of these guys can say the same thing. They played against all 3 of them, okay? So who better? Screw my opinion. Screw all of our opinions at this point. These 3 guys played with Michael Jordan or played against Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. And this is how they feel. Watch the body language here.
When it come to Kobe. Because I feel like if we being honest, I don't know how you want to separate it or position it, but to me, in my opinion, Mike and Kobe, they up at the top in some other little separate room and they still like all of the greatest and all of that is still amongst them, but they get to go sidebar over here and talk about something else that don't nobody else know. Do you agree with me on that?
Man,
Do you
wholeheartedly.
agree with me on that? Like I'm
Wholeheartedly.
just the way and I'm not talking about like everybody got their stats and everything, right? But we all know
Yeah, screw stats.
as real hoopers that lined it up at the highest level when we went against them people, we know the difference of how people were revered and talked about and responded to when they show up and they are who they are.
Okay. I want to play that back again real quick because everything that LeBron fans try to spout out are all stats. Now, this is the perspective of a real hooper, right? And that's what he's about to say. Let me get back into it.
As real
Okay. So, game recognized game, right? That's how we started this. Game recognized game. So this is their real perspective. Screw the stats. You know, who's the man out there? Who's the one you fear?
everybody got their stats and everything, right? But we all know as real hoopers that lined it up at the highest level when we went against them people, we know the difference of how people were revered and talked about and responded to when they show up and they are who they are. And in my opinion, I didn't play against all three of them. I done scored on all three of them. They done scored on me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it ain't them two. Kobe and Mike is something completely, totally fucking different, bro. I promise.
There it is. So he just said it himself. I've played against them all. I've scored on them. They've scored on me. Kobe and MJ are different. LeBron is his own thing, you know, and he's not putting LeBron above these two. Kobe and MJ, like you said, they're in their own separate room talking about stuff that we can't hear because they're that special, you know. But LeBron, in other words, like, yeah, it's cool to see this. In other words, LeBron doesn't even belong in the conversation. Let's just cut through the BS here. That's what this is all. It all is. But they can't go that far to say that because that would be, you know, that would be controversial for them to say. But they've said everything but that. You know, he doesn't belong in the conversation with the other two.
And everybody, like most people that I done had this conversation with, they all agree. If they didn't play the same thing, they didn't play against all three, and they seen all three, and they know Kobe and Mike was different.
And one thing I know, and one thing people gotta know, and one thing I don't respect when it come to people that get upset about the debate,
Yeah,
that's your opinion.
it's opinion.
I mean, man, your fan. I mean, if you're a fan of this person, man, and can't nobody tell you that anybody else is better than them, you stick with that. You hold that close and near to your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel about that player, man.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with you saying LeBron is the best. It's nothing wrong with you
your
saying
opinion.
Steph is the best that ever played.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with you, you know, that's your opinion. That's how you feel.
You got
Yeah,
not-
real quick, because he's on something so important here. Okay, MJ's my dude, right? He's my GOAT. So all I ever do is sing praise for Michael Jordan. He's my guy, you know, like he's the GOAT in my opinion. So I will sing his praises because I'm very secure. Like Allen Iverson said, like he's very secure in his decision, in his choice on who the greatest of all time is. We share the same opinion here. Actually, it's kind of cool. Excuse me. But so we don't have to disrespect all the other greats because we're very secure in our decision and our choice of who the greatest of all time is. Now, what we do is we fight back. So what happens is the LeBron fans don't seem to be very secure in their decision because in order for them to feel good about it, they need to disrespect Michael Jordan constantly. So when they go out and they attack Michael Jordan in order to prop up LeBron, that's when all of us step in, you know, people like them who are real hoopers at the highest level, and then people like us who are real fans of the game. We will defend Michael Jordan now. So what that looks like is hate, but it's not. It's actually hate being directed at the guy that we chose, and we're standing up to fight. You know what I mean? So it's interesting, you know, because yeah. Obviously, this is a guy very secure in his choice, and I'm very secure in my choice. But if I was insecure with my choice, then I'd probably have to go around bashing Larry Bird, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry. You know, like I you don't see me doing that. You guys don't see me disrespecting all the greats because I don't need to. I'm very secure. But when there is an attack on Jordan, which there are so many attacks from the LeBron camp, like literally it's like once a month something huge comes out, then we have to get up and we have to talk about it again because he's being attacked for no reason. You know, so we don't put up with that shit.
There's not a right or wrong.
Yeah, you gotta respect.
If you that type of fan, you gotta respect it. People call me the GOAT.
Yeah, yeah.
And you are
you
For
are
real.
goat.
To some people.
You want, but you
To
are
some
one of the
people.
goats,
For real,
though.
the couple of Allen Iverson videos that I reacted to, I got a lot of those comments. You know, AI's my GOAT. And I would respond with something like, I respect that wholeheartedly. You know, a lot of people have Kobe as their GOAT. I have nothing but respect. Bird, Magic, Wilt, Russell, like all these guys, Kareem, like all these guys, I'm just like, I get it. No, I respect that. That's cool. You know, Jordan's my guy, but I totally respect yours. But they're not bashing my guy in order to prop their guy up. They're just saying, no, this is, you know, I think he's the GOAT. I never heard a Larry Bird fan who says Larry Bird's the GOAT. I've never once heard that, like a Larry Bird fan disrespect Michael Jordan and say Michael Jordan was trash. Michael Jordan was overrated. You know, Michael Jordan didn't win shit without Scottie Pippen. Never once. I would hear praise. Yeah, MJ was a monster. MJ was a badass mofo, but Bird is still my GOAT. You know, it's respect. Those are the people who actually love the game.
To some people, people make an argument for me all the time and say, "What if you was 6'6"?
For real.
You know what I mean? Like
Problem.
people say that. I'm never gonna say nobody is better than Michael Jordan. I will never say that. But people say all kinds of crazy things. Somebody told me before Michael Jackson couldn't sing. Like what? And then right then I was like, okay, people tripping. I done heard it all now. You know what I mean? So now I'm prepared for what anybody say. You understand what I'm saying? Like I know people just say the craziest shit. You know, like a person actually told me Michael Jackson couldn't sing.
Hey, it reminds me of when Scottie Pippen said Michael Jordan was a terrible basketball player. You know, it's like same thing. I've heard it all. At that point, I know how he feels with Michael Jackson. Because at that point, I'm like, I have fucking heard it all now. You know, he's a terrible basketball player. Okay. But yeah, same equivalent of Michael Jackson can't sing. Get the hell out of here now.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Hey, I know I don't want to talk to you about because I was at this game, this All-Star game. I can't. Damn, what year was it when it was Mike's last game? Was that 02,
Oh,
03?
Man, they robbed us.
Sean Marion, what happened?
No,
they
Jermaine
gave
O'Neal.
Kobe that foul at the end. Mike
Sean
hit
fouled
the
him.
shot. Mike hit
Kobe
the shot.
came down and fucked up the game.
Yeah.
Kobe
he shot
was
them
not
free
on
throws.
that. I remember. I'll never forget that. I said, "Goddamn Kobe! Goddamn!"
It was
Kobe.
Jermaine O'Neal who
You
fouled his
fucked up
ass.
history. And it's just the way he would have wanted it too.
Cause
Yeah.
that jump, man, he hit the jumper. Sean was right up.
Sean was all over him,
Yeah.
boy. Tricks was all over him. And MJ said cash,
Mm-hmm.
and then goddamn Kobe happened. But like that was one of the like all time like y'all had the competitiveness in that game. I remember it was like you, Steph, a lot of y'all guards was out there and everything. Like, what do you remember from that game? That was MJ's. That was his last
Yeah,
year, right?
it's final All-Star
Yeah,
game.
that was
Yeah,
it.
because Vince let him
I
start.
remember them. What I liked the most was the uniforms. That was the old school uniforms.
Yeah.
I was so happy to put that on because I remember Mike wearing that uniform back in the day. I think the NBA
The white
right
joint,
here.
yeah. White and red, y'all had on white.
Yeah,
and red.
man. I remember them
Oh,
days
yeah.
when he had them joints on.
Dude, that's a good point. That is what they used to wear. The white and the red.
And then I mean, just the
And it was competitive though. Like
Yeah.
that was what I loved about that game. That it was like, yeah, y'all did the little bush, but then it got cracking. It got like cracking to where it was like, y'all, oh no, they playing for real now. This ain't just like let them go. Like, how was that part of it?
it's just, man, for me personally, like, I only know how to play one way. Like, I play like that in pickup. I play like that in scrimmage, preseason game, regular season game. Like that's why you never.
And your All-American game is more competitive than most of all
Yeah.
these other ones. For real, for real.
It's like I play the same way in the finals that I play in a pickup game. I'm gonna play the same way. That's why the lights never got bright for me, too bright for me.
Yeah.
Cause I play like this all the time. I'm gonna play the same way in a home game that I'm gonna play in a away game. You know what I mean? Like I never understood when people say the role players play good at home, but then
Yeah,
you know,
on the road,
like what difference do it make? That's
Yeah.
more that make you feel better to
I
shut
like
up,
the
to
road
shut the
game.
crowd up.
Yeah, yep. That was what I
You
But
liked.
know,
he's a very secure and confident dude, though. So the people who are insecure out there, they crumble under pressure. But AI is not one of those dudes, man. Yeah, he was consistent. Yeah, I never saw him choke. He's lost. I've seen him lose plenty. You win, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. But I never saw him like crumble or choke under pressure. He was always there.
saying like I'm coming in here to kill. It's gonna be quiet when I leave out of here.
enjoy getting to talk shit to the other crowd.
All that.
Like that was something that I love.
Cause they talking crazy to you, and then you getting the last laugh. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing better than that. Anybody can play good at home. Like that's man, everybody cheering for you. You know what I mean? That game, them was the all-star games right there. Like
Yeah.
we always was trying to win. You know what I mean? I don't remember what coach it was, but I remember. Yes, I remember. I ain't gonna say, but I remember. I think we got 20,000 or 20,000, something like that, to win the game, and our shit was 1, 2, 3, 20,000.
Nice.
You know, you know how motherfuckers say
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 together, or 1, 2, 3 win, or whatever.
20K.
20K.
Them coaches, man, y'all got all that damn money, man. We trying to win, man,
Yeah.
get this money.
Hey, tell me this though. How was it for you when you actually won MVP?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there, guys. That was the segment I wanted to show you all. So, I mean, it's hard to pause it because I'm gonna watch the rest of this later on. But there it is. I don't even know how to close this out because it's so self-explanatory at this point. You got 3 NBA players. They all played against Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. And they all have the same exact opinion on this, which is MJ is by far the GOAT. And then you got Kobe right underneath him. And the two of them are in a special category away from everybody else in the GOAT debate. Like they're untouchable, basically. And then you got LeBron. But the whole thing got sparked with is, okay, the GOAT debate, whatever, we talk about it. Why the hell is LeBron being mentioned over Kobe? That's where this all happened. So, like, these three don't even consider Jordan a competitor in the GOAT debate to Jordan at all. In fact, they don't even consider him a competitor to Kobe at all. Okay? And these are 3 people who respect LeBron, but they're just saying it true. They're keeping it real. You know? They're not paid by some company to say some bullcrap propaganda. You know, they're not being paid by Clutch Sports. And this is real basketball players' opinions. And guys, I just have to say, we're not alone. We are not alone. We're not crazy. You know, because the real people out there, they're saying the truth. And I think it's going to come out more and more and more later on when eventually LeBron retires and stuff. Things will balance out and people will remember basketball history correctly. All right. Sorry for the cough there. All right. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tonight. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Leave some comments down below on what you thought about all this. I'd love to hear your guys' take. And please leave this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And go check out Knuckleheads Podcast if you enjoyed some of this. For instance, me later on tonight, I'm going to watch the rest of this podcast because very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. All right. I'm out. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see you tonight. Peace out.